they want to play again, why would you want to play with anybody else?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man.
All right, Led Zeppelin Celebration Day now available on YouTube for limited time.
Ooh,
cool.
Cool.
Don't you have that DVD?
Yep, I do. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good. I mean,
that was a good show.
Yeah,
it's not like it's not as good as The Song Remains the Same.
No, but it's pretty cool. All
right, Jackal to release concert DVD. If you've never seen Jackal in concert, that might be worth the watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in concert. I might want to check that out.
Yeah, they are a lot of fun. Ace Frehley pays tribute to Bob Kulick. We always treated each other with great respect.
And he played the greatest Ace Frehley guitar solos ever recorded.
He played a lot of them.
Yeah, well, Ace should have showed up a couple times, and he would have been on more records. But yeah, that's pretty bad. I'm hoping Bruce and him got settled what they were fighting about before this happened.
No kidding. KK Downing paperback edition of Heavy Duty Days and Nights and Judas Priest due out in September. That's a great book.
Yeah, it's a really good book. Read it twice.
Yeah, do yourself a favor. You read it twice?
Yeah, I read it once when I first got it, and then we had an interview with him scheduled, and I was like, I'm going to read this again. So a few months later, I read it again. Yeah, I didn't even wait for the movie, I know.
Well, my whole thing is there's not a lot of pictures in that book. I can't believe you read it twice.
It took like 6 months. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
It took a while.
That I understand now.
It took a while. I didn't know he had an audio. I didn't know he had an audio version, or I went with that.
That'd have helped.
Yeah.
Crib notes. Yeah. All right. Billy Sheehan says Mr. Big's record label ruined Defy Gravity album. We got screwed.
Yeah. Well, he says they made him put it out too soon, and it didn't get mastered right. It sounded like crap. Sonically.
Well, did you see the response from Frontiers?
Yeah, they're like, we didn't have anything to do.
It wasn't us, man. Yeah. We got that from the Japanese people you recorded it with.
Yeah.
So, crazy. Tesla's Jeff Keith is open to playing socially distanced concerts. I bet he is. I bet that, he'd like that check to be rolling back in.
Yeah, anything, man. Got to get some cash rolling in.
Judas Priest singer Rob Halford's autobiography, Confess, gets official release date September 29th. I'm going to try to get him back on the show for that release date.
Yeah, that would be very cool. I'd try to make sure to remember to record
Have we recorded it this time?
Yeah, try to record it this time.
And last but not least, Dokken, The Lost Songs, 1978 to 1981, due out in August. That's what everybody needs is a new Dokken album.
Yeah, I mean, that just makes the year right there, doesn't it?
Exactly. You know what? That fits right in with 2020, doesn't it?
Some Dokken. Need some old Dokken.
Yeah. All right, so that winds up our Talking Real Metal. Coming up next hour, we'll talk to Jack Russell of Jack Russell's Great White right here on Rockin' Metal Revival. There's brand new from Jack Russell's Great White. That is Lady Red Light on Rockin' Metal Revival. And it is always fun to welcome back to Rockin' Metal Revival one of my favorite lead vocalists of this genre. I'm talking about Mr. Jack Russell. Welcome back to the show, Jack.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Nice talking to you again.
Well, Jack, like I was just telling you off the air, I'm loving this new release, Acoustic Bites. I was always a fan of your Unplugged on MTV. I just got to ask you, though, Jack, it's been a while. What was the deciding factor to go back and record acoustic versions of all these classics?
Robbie and I go on the road, and we do an acoustic show, which is a bunch of our songs, a bunch of our favorite songs. We delve into anything from Neil Young to George Harrison to, Folsom Prison Blues. I mean, we just do everything. It's a great show, and I thought, why don't we just do an acoustic album of Once Bitten? And so we thought, okay, let's do that. And I thought, well, you know what else? Let's do Twice Shy and let's do Hooked. So we're going to be in the process of doing those. I just thought it would be a cool format because, when I write a song, or when, Mark and I wrote these songs, or we tried to, this is my philosophy. If you have a song and it sounds good with just an acoustic guitar and a vocal, then you've got something going. If, it doesn't sound good like that, then it goes in the trash heap, because you can only embellish so much. I mean, you can put all the icing and the cake in the world on it, but if the cake don't taste good, you might as well toss it. You know, so I decided let's do this, and it came out really good. I was really I say that with all humility. I really, really thought it came out good, and like I said, I want to do Twice Shy and Hooked to follow it up, because those are 3 albums that were kind of set apart from the other records. The covers on the albums. I mean the album covers, not the covers on the albums, but so I just thought it was a cool thing to do, and it came out great. I was really happy with the result. Well, and go ahead.
Well, I was just really, I was really jazzed and jacked up when I heard that you did "Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You" on there. Now, when you did that on MTV Unplugged, I was just blown away. I know the last time when we talked to you, you mentioned about doing a Led Zeppelin covers album. Is that still in the works, or is that why you threw this on this album?
Yeah, we're just in the process of mixing it and doing all the little tweaks to make it sound as good as it can. It's great because it's different songs, and some of the more heavy ones are more keyboard laden. House of the Holy, Trample on Your Foot, songs like that. What else did we do? Cashmere. Oh yeah, that came out brilliant.
Nice.
Cashmere came out amazing, and so I'm really proud of that, and I want to get that out as soon as possible. I just don't want to inundate the public with Jack Russell's Great White. Oh, they got another album coming out. They just came out one last week. Geez, these guys don't stop. So we want to time it right, and we want to make it to where, like I said, we're not over inundating the people. But it's a beautiful record. It came out really good, beyond my expectations.
Well, Jack, when you did that song on MTV Unplugged, and a lot of people were just totally blown away, did you think you were going to get the response you got from that performance?
No, I did not. It was really weird when they put it in regular rotation and on MTV. And the weirder thing was when they did a Led Zeppelin special, and they put our version in the Led Zeppelin special.
Wow.
And I was blown away. I'm like, there's no way they just did that. I had goosebumps for days, thinking this is incredible, man. And Robert Plant was heard a couple different times commenting, oh, that Jack Russell guy, he sounds more like me than I do. Another one he said was, he sounds more like me on a good night. And I heard this from people that I really respect and know, and wouldn't make that stuff up.
Well, I was also
it was great.
I was looking on your website today and saw that the new release is going to be available on vinyl, and I'm one of those guys that's really happy to see vinyl back. Jack, I like to hold something and look at something. You know what I mean? And even though there's not a lot of record stores, it's great that you're doing vinyl.
I want something tangible, too. I want to be able to hold it in my hand. I want to read every single liner note. I want to have something I can say, yes, I own this. Not, well, it's on my phone somewhere.
Yeah.
It's in the cloud. It's in the cloud somewhere. How can you own space? Mm-hmm. It's like, I've always thought that, I own a condo on the 4th floor. What do you really own? You own air. If the condo crumbles, what do you got? You got space. So, I like something tangible as well. And the cool thing about this record, it's already out. And it came out, it's coming out in white, red, and pink vinyl. And not white, red, white, blue, and pink vinyl.
Red.
So, it's red, white. Oh, no, it's white. I'm sorry, I'm talking to my wife here. It's white, blue, and pink.
Nice.
I don't know why they didn't do red. Don't ask me. Maybe it was too much money. But it's really cool because each album is a collector's album, and we're signing them all. And, every single one we're signing along with every single CD. And that gets to be hard work.
Oh, I bet.
You got a stack of 2,000 albums, and they go, okay, can you sign these? We got about 15 minutes. I'm like, you better take more than like an hour. I'm not just going to write a J on there or an X.
Exactly. And I also heard that there's a new live release called Stage coming out. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, that's an album that we recorded back in the early 90s. And what it was a contractual agreement we had with our manager before we parted ways, and because we owed him a buttload of money. And we said, look, why don't you take this album and all the revenue, and, we'll call it even. So he said, yeah, no problem. So that's out, and it's a brilliant record. It was probably two of the best shows ever recorded by this band. And we've done a lot of great shows, but, these were so well recorded. And it's a double album, and it's just beautifully done. And it was one of those nights where the band was firing on all eight. And, I'm really proud of it. I really am. I think it's one of the better records. And so pick that one up if you can. It's a fantastic album. If you're a Great White fan, you don't want this, you want this in your collection.
Outstanding. Well, I know the last time we talked with you, Jack, you had told us that you live on a boat. How is that dealing with the pandemic? I figure at least you wouldn't have to stay in one place all the time. How has it been for you?
Well, the pandemic, it's a drag. For me and my wife, we have a big boat, but it's still small. When you're stuck in, I don't care how big your house is, after a while, it's still small.
Exactly.
And yeah, we get to start it up and take it places and go out fishing and do that kind of stuff, and which is nice. You can get off the land, take off the mask, go 10, 15 miles out, 20 miles out, and just float, and it's a nice break from the land, or you just cruise up and down the coast and look at all the houses that you wish you could afford.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
Or what's on the cliff, you're like, I know that guy that lives there. Damn, But,
I get it.
It's yeah.
How's the fishing been then?
Well, we had a really bad red tide.
Yeah.
And up and down the whole coast.
Oh.
And it wiped out a lot of the inland fishing, but offshore is great.
Nice.
Offshore, the mako sharks are in, and that's what I fish for anyway.
Yeah.
So, it's been off the hook.
Cool.
Pardon the expression, but it's really it's been great. So, and like I said, that's what I fish for. They're very acrobatic. They'll come out of the water 20 feet in the air and do cartwheels.
Nice.
It's an amazing thing to see. You got 1,000-pound fish jumping 20 feet in the air. It takes you back a bit. You're like, whoa, that was intense.
I bet it is. Jack, I was really looking forward to seeing you. But in last month in May, you were supposed to be in St. Charles, Illinois, and I just saw that it was rescheduled for 2021. I bet you got to be looking forward to getting back out on the road. Yeah,
I'm so frustrated, man. It's like a guy that goes out on his first date and he's expecting to get laid, and then she's got a chastity belt.
Yeah, I hear you.
I want to play, man. I want to play.
Well, we are really looking forward to seeing you when you come back. Jack, tell everybody where they can get these albums. Get the Once Bitten and actually the Stage album. Where are they available at for everybody?
You can get them online. You can get them on. This is the best way to do it. If you want my opinion, go to Jack-Russell's Great White on Facebook. And that way you can get the signed, and these are limited edition. There's only so many records that we signed, and are of different color vinyl. And we also signed some a bunch of CDs that are also collector's items. So you can get those